Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Got my full review of the Civivi Cogent for you today. Um, I've had this for almost 2 months. I bought it back at the end of November during when everybody was doing Black Friday sales. So I got a little bit cheaper, but these do run 69.50 up to 97.75, depending on what variation you get. This is G10 14 C28 in steel. They do come in different colors. Um, right now, I think they have black, burgundy, natural jade, and obviously this purple, which I really like this purple. Um, this is a plain edge clip point. They do come partially serrated, and they have a Damascus blade. And the Damascus blade comes with green micarta scales, and that's pretty sweet. But that one's a 97.75. This one was 69.50, regular price. But yeah, awesome knife. Like I said, I've had it for a couple months. I've carried the crap out of it. This, along with the riffle, past couple months, I've carried both of them a lot. I like both of them, I gotta say. I dig the purple on this, the black stonewash blade. I think it's a good combination. But yeah, it's a flipper and it's a button lock, so super fidgety. Action is pretty awesome on it. If your hands are dry and the blade's dry, you can actually reverse flick it. You can thumb flick it. You get enough traction on there to do that. But pretty awesome little pocket clip. Nice and small. Works good. Nice detent or button lock detent, I guess. Works good. You can push the button lock and flip it like that. Kind of like the Elementum button lock. But yeah, what you get a clip point blade that's not, it doesn't upsweep. It's not a real trailing point, kind of a straight clip point. I like that shape. That looks pretty cool. It's Sandvik 14C 28 in steel. Does have black stonewash on it, and I think it looks pretty good. The blade is just under 3.5 inches. It's like 3.47 inches long. And let me tell you, that tip is pretty pokey. 1.04 inches tall or wide. And it's only 0.11 inches thick. So pretty thin. It's a real high flat grind. And oh, it's got some awesome jimping up here. I love the jimping on this. It's not as wide as on a riffle, but it feels a little more aggressive. I like it. Yeah, the blade's pretty awesome. Feels pretty flat or pretty fine behind the edge. Then this, along with the riffle, cut up a ton of cardboard boxes, you know, at Christmas time, and had no problem. Definitely rides on ceramic ball bearings. It is a button lock. You can see in there, it's moving, and the button lock works good. Has this cutout. It's not the button's not totally recessed, but you can't accidentally really depress it by accident and disengage the lock. You have to be pretty much deliberate, you know, push in there to release it. So that's good. Holding it, gripping it, you know, there's no way that I'm gonna accidentally hit that unless I got in some real goofy, some real strange position. I guess anything is possible. But yeah, action is pretty sweet. Full stainless steel liners. You can see they're milled out. And he has some jimping down here that, you know, helps a little bit. Got, besides the jimping on the spine of the blade, you got jimping back here on the liners. So you're holding back like this. That does function. That jimping does function pretty decent. But yeah, plus you got the G10 scales. That's got a nice texture to them. It's not overly rough or anything, but gives a little grip. You got these mill lines, you know, to add a little flair to it. You got 3 little speed holes in there. Plus you got this down here, you know, all adds to the traction. But the handle's not huge. The handle is 4.41 inches, but I can get a full grip, full 4 fingers on this. I'm about to the limit. You can move up. Sometimes I've done this. I put my middle finger in the choil and I kind of choked up on the back of the flipper tab here, kind of like on the Elementum. How a lot of people do that. Just real quick. It's not exactly the same, but you can do it. I do it all the time. A lot of people do. They choke up on that back of that flipper tab. I've done it too, but you really have to be careful. I don't really recommend doing that, but you will. Yeah, the handle is 4.41 inches long. It is 0.92 inches tall, and it's half an inch thick. It's a little thicker than a lot of knives nowadays at 0.50, but I like it. It's hand filling, it fills my hand up good. Yeah, so got black liners, black hardware, looks good. Black pocket clip, and this is a little longer clip than the one on the riffle. I really like this one. This one's more of the old style. Well, not quite. It's got a little curve to it. It's not as straight as that, but works fine. In and out of pocket good. Even with a textured G10, it's not bad. I do feel it. This one, I can actually feel this tip of the pocket clip. It's not a deal breaker. It's not that bad, but I feel that. The back end is fine in my hand. So the clip works good. It's tip up. And it's reversible, right hand, left hand, so that's good. Yeah. Do some size comparisons real fast, you know, bring out a couple of the standards like the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. You can see it's not quite as long. You do get a fair amount of, you get longer, more cutting edge, I mean. You can see that, so that's pretty good. How about the bug out, full size bug out? It's definitely bigger than the bug out. Get those out of there. Bring out the Benchmade 940 Osborne. They're pretty close. And I bring this out because it's new. I'm really liking it. It's going to make an appearance in every video, so might as well get used to it. But yeah, pretty close, the same size, same blade length, same cutting edge. Handle on they're pretty close. I mean, you're talking just the roundness of the butt here compared to being flat. So that's a pretty good size comparison. Bring out the riffle again. Pretty dang close. bring out an oldie but goodie. The backlash, pretty darn close. Backlash might have it by a little bit on the handle. More cutting edge on the Cogent because it got the forward finger choil and backlash. And let's bring out another good one. How about the brazen, the Tanto one? Got hair on it. So they're pretty close. And the Cogent actually comes in this color, and it's very similar G10. The texturing is very similar. So when I got the brazen, I almost got the purple. Kind of wish I did because I like the purple and black better, but I picked the burgundy and I like it. It's cool. I have no, now I probably would get the purple, but I've liked the burgundy, so that is a combination of the Cogent you can get, and you can get this combination in the brazen. But yeah, pretty good size comparisons. And since I had it out, there's the Civivi Elementum, quite a bit smaller. Yeah, very comfortable in hand. Good ergos. Pretty neutral handle. You do have this finger choil up here for your index finger. Nice and slight curve here, mainly flat. 3 fingers fit in there good. It's good like this. Thumb back here on the scales or up on the blade. Pretty excellent knife. I like the clip point, this clip point, because you can still get to the tip real easy to do fine detailed work. It's not way up here, which I'm starting to like clip points more and more. Not my favorite, but I'm starting to like them. So, I said stainless steel liners, full liners, milled out, hardware. Pivots a T8, the body screws are T8s, the pocket clip screws are T6. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, and so that's all good. The weight of this thing's not bad. It's 3.7 ounces is what's listed at. Check my scale. My scale, it says 3.8. So, zeroed out. 3.7, 3.8 ounces. Not bad. Carries good. I have no issues carrying this. Deep carry. In and out of pocket, good. Even with this, textured G10. But yeah, that's about all the specs and most of the details. What I like about it, what's good, I like the design. I love the looks of it. I like the steel. 14C28N is fine steel for me on a budget knife. This is $70. Most of that is probably because of the button lock feature. The button lock's cool. Definitely like the button lock. Like the actions, it's a button lock, so it just drops shut. But the way it's set up, the detent, I guess, of the button lock works fine. Pretty dialed in. I was trying to hit the liner lock, but yeah, like the G10. Definitely like the color. I like the design, the milling. Gives it a little extra pizzazz, I guess. Like the black hardware. Ergos are just fine. It's comfortable in my hand. I like the jimping. Pocket clips fine. Like I keep saying, in and out pocket. The screws are recessed. I don't know if I said that. the clip sits on top of the scale, but that's, that's okay. I haven't had an issue with it, and it doesn't leave a countersunk hole over on this side. Keeps it looking nice and clean. Yeah, there's so much to like about it. Only a couple of things I don't. One, I wish it was a shorter clip that's on like the riffle than this longer one, because I do feel that. And it might not bother some people, but it lands right where the scar is. And when a pocket clip lands right in that spot, it bothers me. But it's not so bad that I'm not going to use it. I've used it a ton. And in fact, when you're actually working, doing something, and I grip it more like this, if I'm really pushing through some thick cardboard, then I don't feel it. It's back in the crease of my palm. But like this, I do feel it. That's minor, but one thing about this that doesn't affect the the lockup. It's not going to fail, but there is a little bit of button lock rock, I guess. It moves just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty tight down here. There's not much, if any. So there's no like lock lash down here. It's up here that you can feel it. And I notice it when I flip it out and when I push down on the blade to cut something, that might move just a fraction. And it's just a little bit. I may try to fix it. I watched Neve's nice video, his video on the Cogent, and he actually took it apart, and the spring back here that pushes that button lock out, he took it and he stretched it just a little bit, and he put it back together, and it completely did away with that play. So I may try that. I probably will. I might do a video when I do that and post it, but I don't know. Every time I do a disassembly video, something always goes wrong and takes forever. But other than that, that is like the only thing. And that's common. That is common with button locks that I've heard. I only have a few button locks and don't really have that problem on them. But yeah, that is like the only thing. And Jared's the only one I heard talk about it, of the reviews that I've watched on it. So it's one of those things. You might get a little bit of play, you may not. But anyways, guess that's about it. Overall, I'm digging this one. I definitely love the purple. I like just about everything about it. It's a pretty good knife for 70 bucks for this, this version of it, G10 14N or 14C 28N steel. It's almost 100 bucks for the Damascus micarta, and it's a little more for the serrated, partially serrated edge. But yeah, guess that's it. Do the usual. Hit the like button, leave a comment, especially if you have one and you have a little bit of play there, and especially if you fixed it, got rid of it, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and until the next video, Bye.